Ciao, lovelies. Reverend Sky, sorry I am late. Completely spaced it. But I'm here now, so there's that. Let me know if you are hashtag Team Live or hashtag Team Replay. We're going over rituals and routines, differences, things to do, what to do, how to do them, why to do them, all the fun, good stuff. I have my handy dandy notes, so I'm going to keep on track as much as possible. Ciao, loves. I am going to say this. I know I wrote it in the text, but it is new. So just listen, and you don't have to like what I say. You don't have to do what I say. However, at least be willing to hear me out and let me know what you think or what you do that I didn't mention so that some other people can maybe do it too. But rituals and routines. This is a creative approach to putting time and energy and effort into your relationship. It's not necessarily new, but I'm bringing it back. How about this? Both help us hold space and time. It's a grounding rhythm. Rituals and routines are calming, they're stabilizing, that give you a sense of security. These are all great things, so I'm not saying they're bad. However, I want you to understand the differences between them and what you can do to make it more of a ritual instead of just a routine. Here's the definition. Oh, ciao. Reverend Sky here. Let me know if you are hashtag Team Live or hashtag Team Replay below. Comments are my love language. All right. Rituals are routines elevated by creativity, driven by intention, and imbued with meaning. Rituals are just that, something that you do because you care enough to do it extra special, or something is just gotta come out and so you do it. Rituals are, they have meaning, and the intention is what makes them different. Routines are concrete, repetitive actions that help us develop skills while creating continuity and order. So they're grounding. Or if you're in a routine and you have a large family, or whatever you're doing in your life, you have routines that you do every day, or every night, or every afternoon, or every few hours. You have these things, and that's great. So that's the difference. One is something you just kind of do on autopilot. One is something you do because you're putting intention to it and you're making it a little bit more special. Where did that go? Here we go. Rituals and routines are reassuring, they're calming, and they bring a stabilizing effect, which we need right now, which we all need right now. So maybe adding some of these in and making a routine more of a ritual will help change just a little bit. Rituals create excitement and special feelings. They elevate us and they guide us through the transitions of life. These are things like birthday parties. It's a ritual you do every year. There's anniversaries. What did I write down? Your anniversaries, your holidays, your wedding, your anything with a partnership, like, oh, we've been dating 6 months. Just another ritual you've put together for yourself. And that's not bad. Just acknowledge that that's what it is. Oh, the end of a relationship and death are, a funeral's a ritual. You get together to celebrate that person. I think it's fun how it's called a celebration, which it is, because you're celebrating the life of that person and you're mourning their loss. It's still a ritual that's performed every time someone passes away. Fun stuff. What else do we got here? Routines create familiarity. I wrote this down. Familiarity. Familiarity? I can't say it. Routines are familiar. So again, they ground us. And it's something that they have in common, but it is needed. And it's something that once you start thinking about it, you'll realize you do this with a lot more than you think. All right. So how to make it a ritual? I'm going to give you some examples, and they're simple, but they'll make a difference because you guys can do this together. You can do it by yourself. If you're single, what I will do is each one of these things I say, you can do for yourself. The first one is what? Setting the table? Yeah, setting the table for dinner. If it's just you, set the table beautifully. Use the china, use your crystal, use your best stuff, set it out there, and make this something that you do for yourself. If you're in a couple, then do this for your partner. Why not? I mean, when else are you going to use this china? When else is that stuff coming out of the cupboard? Why can't it be used for the two of you? There's no reason not. There's no reason not. A simple routine that you do every night has just become a ritual because your intention is to make them at ease, and you've cooked them dinner, or they've cooked dinner, they're in there cooking, and you surprise them by setting the table beautifully just for you guys. Simple but effective. What else we got? Brushing your teeth. Simple thing. Most that I talk to in a partnership end up brushing their teeth together at the end of the night before bed. So instead of just making this a simple, brush your teeth, yada, 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 get in there a little bit early and put the toothpaste on their toothbrush. Simple, again, effective. They'll see that you went in there and you thought of them, and it's a simple thing. But they'll see it and they'll remember that. And then maybe they'll do it next time. Maybe you'll start thinking, oh, who can get in there first and do it for the other one first. However you want to make the play, that's fine. But making it a ritual, making it something that's intentional. I thought of you. I'm doing this for you. Just make it easy. Make it easy, but do it. What else do we got? There's a difference between having something that you do every day and then making that thing special every day. It is different. You can do the same things every day, but if you make them a little bit more special, routine becomes a ritual. So easy. There is overlap. So how do you turn it into a ritual? What are things that you do that you've not realized that you've made into a ritual, that you do routinely, that you didn't even realize what you were doing? Or what is something that you think of while I'm talking that you could do for your partner that could make something small? You know they have to get up early every morning. They get up before you. Set something up for them in the morning so when they wake up early, you get a note. They get a note. Thanks for not waking me up in the mornings. Appreciate you. Have a great day. Whatever the case is, do something, and it's going to be for them, and it's going to be intentional, and it's going to be thoughtful, and it's going to be kind, and it's going to make them smile, and it's going to make them just fall for you even more. Make that simple routine into a ritual. So whatever relationship status you're in, if you're single, if you've just broken up with somebody, if you're in a long-term relationship, if you're in a long-distance relationship, if you're just in a partnership, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These things are important, and if you start thinking about it, you can see how, if they did these things for you, you'd think, oh, that was sweet, or they thought of me, or it just kind of gets you. And if you can do that for them, then they'll start doing it for you, because that's how it works. Science behind it, I don't want to go into. But it only takes one person to change. And, well, we'll get into that later. All right. So, here's some things you can do to start a ritual of your own if you don't have any yet. I'm sure most of you do. However, I'm going to give you some ideas. First, pick a time once a week to gather. Just you two. Just you two. You can, I don't care what you do. I'm doing a workshop on a whole bunch of things to reconnect. So you can do a date night once a week. You can do at-home date nights where if you don't have babysitters every week, do that. But pick a time once a week to get together. Whatever you do in that quality time that you two have together is up to you. But pick it. Put it on the calendar and make sure that happens. Make it a ritual every Tuesday morning. Whatever it is, make sure it's yours. Private email addresses. Don't use the one that you use for business. Don't use the one you normally use personally. Create personal email accounts for both of you. These are going to be only for the two of you. So feel free to maybe describe what you want to do to them, what you plan on doing to them, what you're going to do to them, etc. in these emails. This is a pour your heart out, talk lovey-dovey to each other. A private email account just for the two of you is a lot of fun because you never know when you're going to get an email, and it is something that nobody else has access to, and it's private. Again, I'm going to use the word private. Private emails back and forth, they're saucy. You can get them at work. You can get them anywhere. Just try it. I know I sound crazy half the time when I talk, but I'm not wrong. Just try them. What else? Build forts. Why can't you build a fort? I mean, everyone needs to build a fort at least once in their coupledom. Coupledom? I like, okay, that's fine. We're going with coupledom. Build a fort together. Whatever it is, just do it because you're thinking about it and it's something that is your intention. That's all that matters. Spending time with your partner, doing something nice for your partner, thinking for your partner, the forward thinking. Oh, they're going to want this in the morning. I'm going to leave it out with them for a cute note. Whatever it is, start intentionally doing things, making those small things rituals. What else? Oh, share a favorite memory. One couple I talked to shares a favorite memory. They set it on the calendar once a month, and they sit down and they talk about their favorite memory from the past month. And they may not always have the same memory, but it's a good way to look back on the past month and how you've grown, how you've stumbled, where you could do better, where you're doing much better, where you've always done fantastic. Little things like this are just check-ins. They're check-ins with your partner, and it'll become routine. But depending upon what you do that night, it becomes a ritual. What else? Look at photo albums. Simple thing. On your anniversaries, look at your album. Look at your photo album of your relationship. Whether it's your wedding, whether it's the hand fasting, whether it's pictures you've taken of your relationship so far, wherever you're at in that relationship. Have photos that you can set aside and look back on and talk about how the funny thing that happened or the sweet thing that they did while you were gone or whatever it is, but look back on those memories, and it triggers all those emotions, all those feelings that you had for them at that time. It brings them back up, and that is never a bad thing, because once in a while you want to strangle them, you can't, you want to. So checking in, making it a ritual to sit there with your partner and just decide together that you're going to do these things and you're going to just make it intentional. It's not just something on the calendar. This is something you look forward to and you put intention behind. All right. Oh, if your partner is long distance and you have to travel or you travel a lot for work, when you leave them something small somewhere that they'll find it after you're gone. Or if your partner's the one leaving, put something in their luggage or in a bag. Do not get them caught in security at the airport. Let's not put them in jail. Although funny, and let me know if you do this, not so funny. So leave them something. Just think of just a little forward thinking with your partner is going to go a long way. Because when they get there and they're tired from the business day, they're going to go back, they're going to open it, and they're going to be like, oh, they thought of me. And do you know what that does for someone? Do you know what that small little surge of that little warm feeling does? You know what that fuzzy feeling is. You can offer that to someone fairly easily, regularly, pretty often. Just a little bit of forward thinking. If you are, another way rituals happen is when you come home from work and you are shedding your work clothes and you're becoming mom. You've gone from work mode to parent mode. You've gone from work mode to spouse mode. You've gone from work mode to caretaker, whatever the case is, from whatever world you're stepping out of and then into. Make it a ritual to either shower and then remove the day's clothes so you can put on your mom clothes, or you can put on your date night clothes, or you can put on something else that gives you in your brain the awareness that you're now not there, you're here, and you can be present and you can be grounded. And it will work any relationship you're in, whether you're in one or not. Well, you're in one. Whether you have a partner or not is another story, but you're in relationships. So do this for even roommates if you need to. But it's a ritual that you do, and it allows you the time and the space to switch everything off and become fully engaged. Where am I? Oop, hang on. I swear I'm almost done, and I say this, I'm not lying. Brushing your teeth, I said that. Time to gather. All right. All right, so no matter what, single, looking, long-term, long distance, whatever the case is, whatever, there is no box here. This is entirely as unique as your relationship. Every single relationship you've been in has been different. And every single relationship you will be in will be different. So the rituals that you create with the person that you're currently with will be different than the ones you want to create with somebody else. So don't let what you did, well, I mean, if you really like a thing that you were doing with an ex or a previous partner, don't necessarily throw the idea out the window. I like going out into nature. I'm not going to stop doing that with any partner that I'm with because I did it with an ex-partner. So don't get too serious with that, but do realize that there are going to be different things. You may be more into the hiking side with this person than you were the camping and laying around. You may be more active now. You may not be as active. See what I'm saying? As you get older, these things are going to change. With your partner, things are going to change. So allow them to, but also just keep in the back of your mind that the little forward thinking will go such a long way. Such a long way. All right. Yes. Everything I've said is simply a suggestion for you to take and make your own. And if you do, or fingers crossed, when you do, let me know how it worked. I give you guys these ideas. I speak on things that I learned because I feel like it helps. And with everything that I know, it does help. So if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to take the time, if you're willing to put a little effort in, these little simple tweaks will absolutely make all the difference in the world. And I don't know, but most people want better relationships, so I don't see why you wouldn't at least give it a shot, at least with something small. What else we got? Yes, rituals and routines are differentiated by their meaning and their intention. Let me say that again. Rituals and routines are differentiated by their meaning and their intention. So are you doing it because you have to? Or are you doing it because you thought about it and there's something you can do a little extra here? There's no rules, no boundaries. It's up to you. Gloves off, rule book gone. You decide. So, rituals and routines. What are you doing? What have you been doing? What is one that you might actually, decide to start trying? Let's discuss that. Let me know below. Again, comments are my love language. I've decided that is a real thing. I will hopefully talk to you guys again soon. I hope you have a fantastic night. From my face to yours. Ciao.